welcome back to my channel. So today I think I'm going to be talking about my birthday experience. So if you guys see me looking this way, my son's right here. So I had him on September 24th. So this is how it went. So the day before, I'm in the army, so we have PT, so we still have to work out throughout our pregnancy. So on the September 23rd, I was like, okay, you know what? Let me walk. Let me walk a lot and eat pineapple, because I was ready to have him. I mean, I felt like there was no more room left for him in there. Night, I was like, I was feeling fine, like nothing new. Like, took a shower, was chilling, eating like normal. And then I went to sleep at like 9:30, I believe. And all of a sudden I woke up, and by this time it was like, I think 11:30. So actually no, I think it was like 11 o'clock. So it was 11 o'clock. And all of a sudden I was sleeping, and I just woke out my sleep because I thought I was peeing myself. So I'm just like, okay, maybe I'm peeing myself, but I tried holding it and it still kept coming out. So I was like, so I'm not peeing on myself, not at all. So I woke up my boyfriend. I guess he happened to just go to sleep. So I kind of woke him up as soon as he started getting to his deep sleep. So I woke him up and was like, so we need to go to the hospital because I'm leaking fluid. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm leaking fluid. So I mean, I'm like, we gotta go. So he gets his daughter dressed, and then I'm sitting here like trying. I wouldn't say I was panicking. I was more so like, okay, trying not to like move around so much because it was leaking everywhere. Like, it kept coming out, like it wasn't stopping. Or no, actually no, it would stop and then just keep leaking everywhere I moved. Like every little step I made, I was leaking out. So I'm just like, yeah, I think it's time for the hospital. So he calls his mom, and she's on the phone with us. And then I call my mom, and she sleeps because she's supposed to meet us there. She's supposed to be there for the birth. So I call her, and she's like, okay, well, my flight's at 10 o'clock in the morning, so I'll see you guys at the hospital. So they're like, okay. So then I get dressed, he gets dressed, we grab our bags, and then we head to the hospital. Oh, and my sister was there. My sister was here because she came, I think a week or two before I had him. So she was there. So all of us got up, got dressed, and put our stuff in the car, and then went to the hospital. So we get there. Mind you, I'm feeling fine. Maybe it's just like a little bit of contractions, but it's not nothing I can't walk through. Like, oh, I was fine, like going through, as you can see in this clip. Yeah, I'm hungry as fuck. What? The water advisory. Just getting out. Oh, my vagina's starting to hurt again.
Oh my gosh.
It doesn't matter, we're gonna take either one.
I know it's 2 sides.
So it looks like he might be here.
Oh, it's crazy that he can be here today. Oh shoot.
So I think is my water broke or I'm leaking fluid? Okay. He's right here. Alright, I get you signed in, let them know you're here. And we're waiting on this? Yes. Yep. Thank you.
how are you feeling? Put the towel under you. So it's a good thing you did bring it. So how are you feeling? You ready for him?
I wanted them to come this week. Nobody will leave me.
I said that he can come after the 20th, and he listened to me.
Everybody was like, oh, he's not coming right now. I'm like, someone's telling me he's coming this week.
Me and you knew it.
So I told everybody last week, I give it a week.
Mm-hmm. Did anyone bet this early?
No. Not at all. The bet started next week.
Wow, so it's like no one's getting money. Alright, I'm gonna stop. Okay, so what's going on right now is I've been leaking fluid. Don't know if it's my water or not. Don't know, so I'm here to get checked. I'm cramping a little bit. It's like 12 o'clock. It's like 12 a.m. So, yeah. I'll give you guys a little rundown when I figure out what's going on. So, yeah. Stay tuned. Oh, I think it's about that time.
But, yes, so... Oh, I'm sorry, baby. But yeah, so we get to the hospital and I check in. They put me in the waiting room, and then I go back into like the triage, like waiting. The triage part of the, I think it's called triage, or they took me into this room so they could check me. And by then, like my fluids was still leaking, so the nurse thought my water had ruptured, so that's what we went with because I was still leaking fluid and that's the only thing. So they admitted me, went to my room.
So, in the room now, he was starting on some penicillin. Yeah, I'm going to try and get some sleep. So, before the contractions start.
And I was fine. So for 2 hours, I was okay. They asked me if I wanted epidural. I said I was fine because, I mean, I wasn't in pain. So around 2 o'clock is when, like, the contractions started. I was fine up until maybe 6 o'clock, and that's when they started, like, getting more intense with 6 o'clock. So at 6 o'clock, they were fine. But at that point, I was still, like, maybe at a 2 or 3.
I'm looking really busted right now. Don't judge me. But 3 centimeters as of 4 o'clock. It's, what time is it? 7? Yeah, 7:15. So as of 4 o'clock I was 3 centimeters. Most of my contractions are in my back and like some in the front. But since 12 o'clock, I only got 2 hours of sleep. This pain is no joke. Not at all. But just chilling right now. Yeah, waiting for him to come. So, oh, and I'm starving. I'm so hungry. It's just funny. I'm legit starving. I've been starving since we got here. But yeah, so just going on, nothing too much going on right now, so keep you guys updated. Alright.
It wasn't going anywhere, so by 7 or 8 o'clock, that's when they put Pitocin in my like IV. So I got the Pitocin, which made everything a lot quicker. So I'm sitting here like in pain, and by this time when I actually like needed the epidural, the anesthesiologist was doing the C-section, so I had to wait a couple hours. So I mean, it still wasn't like too bad, but it was just like, okay, well, I'm gonna need it like soon, like real soon. I'm gonna need this epidural real soon. So then they tell him, and then after he got done with his surgery, that's when he was supposed to come and give me my epidural. Mind you, by this time, it's like between 10 o'clock and 12 o'clock is when the pain was terrible. It's like a pain I can't explain. And it was like back labor. So I heard that was the worst, which it was the worst pain I've ever been in. The pain wouldn't stop. So I went to sleep, woke up, and I was in the worst pain.
Huh? Yeah. Is the paper doing anything?
Yeah. So by this time, I'm sitting here telling my boyfriend, my sister, and my friend, like, go get one of the nurses and tell them I need this medicine like now. So apparently somebody else came in labor and delivery and they needed an emergency C-section. So, mind you, he is the only anesthesiologist on the floor, like on labor and delivery. He's legit the only one. So I had to wait on him to get done with the emergency C-section. So by this time, I am in full blown pain. I was on the verge of crying. So, and then mind you, the nurse was in this room. I told him, you guys need to give me something. Give me like the medicine, because I was in pain. Like, I was leaning over the bed, that wasn't working. So they sat me in the bed, and then they put this, I don't know what this medicine was, but they put it in my IV and it knocked me out, I think for a good hour. I think she told me it was gonna make me go to sleep, but I didn't think it was gonna be that quick. They put in my IV and I was out. So then I woke up still in pain. Still in pain. And by this time, I think the anesthesiologist came in like 15 minutes later, gave me my medicine. But whatever they gave me before that, I get it again.
Do you have anything to say? Woohoo!
I slept for what, 3 centimeters, what, 8? Because it knocked me out. Like, I was sleeping, like I fell asleep while they were giving me the epidural. So I was falling asleep when they gave me the epidural, and then once I got it, I was straight, but I was still like sleep off and on. So then, mind you, they didn't check me for a while because I was waiting on the epidural. So after they gave me the epidural, they checked me. I was 8 centimeters dilated. So they're like, oh, you're 8 centimeters, and guess what? Your water didn't break. So I was like, well, what was the fluid that was coming out? And they don't know what that fluid was. I don't know. It started at my contractions. I don't know what it was. It wasn't my water. So at 8 centimeters, they had to go in there, break my water. And then by that time, not even 30 minutes later, I was like at a 9. I was dilated 9 centimeters, but the way he was in my stomach, he was sideways. So I had to lay on my stomach so he could turn then to the right position. So I was laying on my stomach for I think 10 minutes, still going in and out, like in and out of sleep. So then by this time, once I laid on my stomach for a little bit, then they checked me, came in, checked me again, and I was 10 centimeters dilated. So I only pushed for 30 minutes, I believe.
9, 10. Perfect. One more. Come on.
Come on, Myka.
Yeah, Myka.
Push.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on,
Easy,
come on,
easy,
come on, come on.
easy,
There we
baby,
go.
easy,
There we
easy,
go.
easy,
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
See him? Well, I'm gonna give it to you in just a minute. Alrighty. And push one more time.
Push, baby. Push, baby.
Oh my God. He was holding his cord there.
1422.
The little peanut. Say hello.
Whoa, we got you. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh,
It's okay.
oh my God.
Good job.
Wow, Peanut. That's what my boyfriend and my sister told me. I'm pretty sure I was pushing for like 30 minutes. So, but in between me pushing, I was falling asleep. And they're like, "Oh, don't fall asleep. Well, can you feel the contractions?" I was lying. I couldn't feel nothing. There was no pressure. There was nothing. I was tired. I kept falling asleep. Just told them, yeah, just because, but I wasn't feeling I wasn't feeling nothing. So after 30 minutes, I pushed and he came out. So
Beeped it all. Did you beep this one? Yeah, beeped it. And you beeped this. Beeped it. Did you beep my pizza? Actually, I booped that one.
like 10:45 right now. But
When I had acne, I made up a lot of excuses not to go out. I am.
yeah, that was pretty much my labor. I mean, it was pretty easy. They told me like the way my umbilical cord, they're like, "Oh, you got the perfect umbilical cord." They're like, "You should have 10 more kids because your labor went by was smooth." No, not ain't no saying over here. But my labor pretty much went by smooth, other than like the pain. Yeah. So then afterwards, he was on my chest for an hour. We did like skin to skin. Okay. So I did the delayed cord clamping, and I think they only did that for like 30 minutes or 30 seconds. Excuse me, 30 seconds. But yeah, fairly like afterwards, like I bled for a little bit. Like that same night I had him, and then the next day it like kind of stopped. I wasn't cramping. I wasn't in any pain, so my postpartum recovery was like pretty good actually. My stomach went down after a week. Well, I guess I'll show you guys my stomach now. So I just ate Wendy's, so don't mind like the little pooch, but this is my stomach now at like 2 months. I can fit my regular clothes. So before I got pregnant, I was 111, and now I weighed myself today and I'm 110. So I've pretty much lost a pound. I don't know how I lost a pound, so I'm like 1 pound under from my post baby body, or previous baby body. Thanks for watching my video, and I hope you guys liked it. I'm going to do a meet my baby video very soon. So thanks for watching my video. Bye guys.